The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
Steph Curry is inevitable. So, apparently, are the Golden State Warriors. This franchise and their brilliant star have made history over the last decade. With all those three-pointers, with that breathtaking 73-win season, and with the dominating run of 5 straight finals and those 3 championships.
There's a new dynasty in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors champions once again.
But this one felt different. This one was the hardest. The Warriors weren't even in the playoffs the last 2 years. Since they last were, one star told them goodbye. Another was badly injured. And even the face of the franchise looked vulnerable. The bounce back this season was powerful, right from the start. It was Curry's record-setting three-pointers.
Up top for Curry, right wing for 3, nails it! Steph Curry, the all-time record for three-pointers made.
There was the emergence of Andrew Wiggins into an all-star, and Jordan Poole to a new member of the Splash Brothers. And of course the long-awaited return of Klay Thompson after missing 2 seasons.
Klay's got Jared Allen on a switch. And Klay down the lane! I think he's healthy.
And his emphatic first moments back coming to symbolize the team's mood throughout the season.
Hours in, the hard work for this. It looks so much better in person, too.
The Golden State Warriors have won 3 of the last 4 NBA titles.
We celebrated, we've had champagne, we've had rings, but this is the more motivating feeling.
There's a new NBA champion.
Everybody thinks it's the end of us. I don't see it happening, though. We'll be back.
Since the 2019 finals, got hit with a lot of adversity and speed bumps, but never lost the faith that we could get back here.
Curry along 3. That's good! The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive. They're on top of the NBA world.
I'm so proud of our group. You hit rock bottom with injuries, and to get back here and get it done means the world.
Yeah, baby! What are they going to say now?
10 hours after the Golden State Warriors have won a world championship.
Shifts.
Right?
At
Across
some
the East
point,
River.
at 7 a.m. in the morning, you'll be getting a DM or something from KD saying, keep his name out your mouth.
No, KD doesn't care if his name is in your mouth. He just go back at you.
That could be, this could turn into your biggest rival of them all.
KD?
Yeah, because he will clap back and you will be relentless.
But see, again, I'm not saying KD can't do it. I think he can.
Just
I
show
think it's
you.
bold. I need to see it.
Yeah. But that's your subtle way. Like, that's your subtle way of throwing the jab. I believe in you, but these are all the things you're not now.
feint.
But I believe that you can get there.
Right.
This is what you're not.
You know, Jay,
little bit of
I wish I was still playing
Slick.
right now, though.
Yeah,
I wish I was still playing right now. Because guys
'Cause
like
I can't-
Max,
oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn ready for
Oh,
that.
man, just burn Max's ass.
All right. So now the question is about Steph, because Jay said he's going to wind up top 10 all time.
Yes.
Now, there are a lot of issues with that. Maybe yes, but was he ever the best player in the finals? Now the answer is yes, right? He played on the same team with KD, and KD was better than him on that same team. He played against LeBron, right? So like, is he next or is KD next into the top 10? Who are you taking out of the top 10? Oh, we're going to get into all this. Is Steph a top 10 all-time player? Here is Steph himself with Lisa Salters at the Finals MVP trophy presentation last night.
It means we won. It means we took advantage of the opportunity getting back here. And I mean, I hear all the conversations. I hear all the chatter. We hear all the chatter. At the end of the day, it's about what we do on the floor. Ain't got to talk about it. Just got to go do it. And this one hits different. This one hits different for sure.
Yeah, it's different because all the chatter.
Yeah.
That's why it's different. And in the back of your mind as a player, you always, even if you don't ever admit it, I always know what you're saying. I may never admit it. I may never say nothing about it, but I already know, okay, so this is the narrative. This is what they're going to try to say if I don't.
That one's
This
the
is what
hater.
they're gonna say. Yeah, you know that. And that's why it's different to him. And I clearly could see it. When you look at Steph Curry, and I was looking through my phone, but I must have erased it, that he's done something that I think 3 other players in the NBA history has done that's in that top 10. I think Kareem done it, LeBron's done it, and Michael Jordan's done it. Nobody else has done those MVPs, postseason MVPs, been able to do what he's done, winning
30 points, whatever
4
it is. Yeah, however you put it together. Yeah, he's on the list.
You got there.
Here
It is right there. Michael Jordan,
West.
LeBron James, and Jerry West. Nobody else has done
35-5 in the finals on average in a final series.
And then there's another one talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Is that it right
Multiple
there?
MVPs,
Right
finals
there.
MVPs, and scoring titles. There are
Nobody
5
else
of
has
them.
done that.
This is really interesting.
The only unanimous MVP, and by the way, games with 10+ threes in NBA history, he leads it by a wide margin.
Well, of course.
So
I mean,
there
it's
you
the
go.
new. Here's what's interesting to me about this list. If you do your top 10, and this is multiple MVPs, a Finals MVP, and scoring titles.
Yes.
Steph, LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Wilt.
And here's why Wilt probably gets kicked out.
Yep,
because he doesn't have as many championships.
Got 2
as Steph Curry.
In 2 different cities. And he was playing in the Bill Russell era on a loaded team.
Like
But
Jay
they
said,
were on
man,
a loaded
you
team.
8 feet tall,
Yeah.
and everybody else is 5.
Well,
So,
hold on.
so I've talked to some, I'm not going to say who they are, but some very, very highly respected players from that era. Very high.
Sure.
Okay, who said to me, like, Jay, I'm not minimizing Wilt because Wilt was incredible, right? But the 2 championships, that's one caveat. And I know you're going to say, Max, against the contemporaries, right?
Yeah.
But the average height of players back in that time was 8, right? The average height
Was 8?
Well, like it's saying on a scale.
On a
right?
scale of 1 to what?
1 to 45. Like,
Okay,
this
so
is how they use, right?
got it.
Average height during Jordan's time was 28.
Right.
So the size, the frame has increased drastically.
Sure.
The athleticism. So the contemporaries are different. Like now you're looking at LeBron, KD, all these guys. Like I think that warrants something.
Well, yes, you also need to look at the strength of your contemporaries. But when I see a guy 7'1" back then, it's like if there was a dude 8 feet tall today. And like, in other words, Wilt,
I don't know if
Wilt
guys
had
are
this
growing
enormous.
I don't know if guys
it's not
are
that you
becoming
grow.
taller.
It's not that you grow Wilt taller. It's that you have to greatness, not who's better. Of course, there are players better than Wilt because skills evolve. But greatness to me is how you fared against your contemporaries. You can discount him for his contemporaries, but the flip side of that is if you're 7'1" and the average player is 6'3", that would be like if we saw a player today come around and he's 8 feet tall and he's an Olympic 110-meter hurtler.
Shaq.
Right. It's
or
like a
Yao
bigger
Ming was
Shaq.
7'6".
It's like Yao Ming if he could play like Shaq. So it's hard for me to take a dude like that out of the top 10. He was so much better than everyone else.
But you already discounting plus the lack of championships compared to everybody else.
And by the way, there were games in which Wilt fizzled. I mean, I know
not fizzled, but didn't.
I've always heard this from his.
dominated
I've
the way
heard
you would like for it
this
to.
from his contemporaries. What they say is, if you needed scoring, Wilt would give you the assists. If you needed passing, he would give you the points. He had that almost in a way big man trying to fit in thing where it's like he's not quite in the moment of truth imposing himself but let me just say, Jay, the impressive thing about that list is those 4 other names, Kareem, MJ, LeBron, and Wilt, are usually 4 of the top 5 for people, along with who am I missing? Bill Russell, right? Who didn't do it with the stats the same way. That's usually people's top 5.
Top 5. I mean,
huh?
Bill Russell has.
It's hard.
Chips, man.
It's hard.
11 chips, man. He's in my top 5.
Yeah, it's hard.
Granted, with the caveat though, you had to win 2 playoff rounds in order to from 57 to 65 to actually win a championship. So it was elongated, but still.
Bill Russell played in 21 deciding games in his career, high school, college, like the whole thing, and the pros. 21 times he came down to the deciding game, right? What do you think his record was in those 21 games? Deciding games in his career, amateur and pro, Bill Russell.
What, undefeated? He lost 1?
21-0.
Undefeated.
When it comes down to
done. Yeah.
When it comes to that dude's a winner, period. So Steph, what I love also what he said, guys, when he made it about the team, Jay, so much of the argument with Steph is, yeah, KD might have been a better player than him, but who creates that team where they win?
His resume is better than KD's. Come on, man.
Now, especially.
He got 2 without KD, and obviously opposed to the 2 with KD. Like he has 2 MVPs. all the records that he's setting. And I know KD will go down as one of the most gifted scorers ever to play the game of basketball. But I mean, that's the reality of it.
They were on the same team though, and KD was better. Listen. I would say just for me, and
was he? But see,
was he better? Yeah.
Was he better because he's just better and he's 7 feet tall, or was he better because that is the way Steve Kerr coached him up, and Curry deferred to him as the guy? Like, you recognize when I played my 2-on-2 with Jay. Hey, Jay, go right ahead. But you're the guy.
That's because even if you're Kobe, if you got Shaq, just give Shaq the ball. You can't lose.
Well, that's what Kobe did.
Yeah, right.
Kobe said, my time will come.
So my top, I'll give you 10, okay? This is just for me, whatever. But there's a lot of lists are similar. My top 5 I'll put in order. I have MJ, LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell, Wilt. Okay, that's my 5. And then the next 5 in no particular order, Magic and Bird and Kobe, Duncan, and who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Shaq.
Did you say Magic?
Yeah, Magic, Bird, Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, those 5. To me, the guy I got my eye on, if Steph replaces someone or KD, let's see, might be Duncan. Because as great as he was over the course of his career, I think Kobe hit higher heights. Duncan didn't have a run where that's the best player in the game for 5 years or something like that, and top 10 all-time player. Do you think Wilt gets replaced? Do you think he's already replaced by Steph?
I do, because I think the lack of